Well, we are live here at Phoenix International Raceway. The track's 1 mile long, 4 turns. It's in Avondale, Arizona, USA. Tonight I got JP3 in the booth with me. How are you tonight, JP?
Hey, Andrew. Good to see you. Good to have a chance at the mic with you tonight. Looking forward to calling it with you tonight from PIR in lovely Arizona, Avondale, Arizona.
And at the moment, we've got the trucks now hitting the track for their qualifying. With the open qualifying session going on. Some reasonably fast times already hitting on their opening laps, which is very good to see. How do you think the trucks are going to hold up over the long run there, JP?
Well, you know, Andrew, I think with the cooler temperatures tonight, we're going to see some really quick laps here. We're already seeing Jacob Nye, car 18, coming in with a 26.805, and Jeffrey Smith, all pro zone, right behind him. And we're just getting started here. So Mitchell Reeves is up there, Dustin. We've got Bobby Stewart. We've got some pretty quick laps up here. Looks like everybody's turning under 26 in that top 10. So, gosh, I don't know.
Yeah, and as most people will be aware, we're taking over the duties tonight, allowing Mike Ellis in the 17 Tide Ride take the track. And he just had a bit of an adventure in that lap of qualifying. The track at the moment is sitting at 67 degrees. The track is also at 67 degrees, partly cloudy. And the winds are coming from the north at 6 miles an hour, so it's going to be a good race for tonight.
Yeah, copy that. I'll tell you what, you know, you've got the backdrop of the mountains in the background. It's just gorgeous and a beautiful night. The Estrella Mountain Range in behind us. And say just a real quick kudos here to any of the veterans tonight racing. And any of the veterans or families of veterans who are out there in our broadcast watching tonight, just want to say appreciate the families and all the men and women who have served in our country, and a grateful thanks to them. And I know, Andrew, you guys had your Veterans Day, I believe, yesterday.
Yeah, that's right. We had our Remembrance Day yesterday to say thank you very much to everyone for what they've done, the sacrifice they've done for both past and also current serving men and women who keep our country safe and free.
Well, what do you know? Matt Clifton 20 and Dustin Lee 1, 2, and Mitchell Reeves. That's an all-pro front line, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, I heard before we went to qualifying that Jeff in the 19 and Matt in the 20 were talking about setup, and it sounds like Matt was very happy with the set he found. And with that sort of lap times, that was pretty much practice time, if not faster than what he did in practice.
Copy that. Obviously, kudos and hats off tonight to All Pro Racing. You know, this is the I believe this is the 8th of our 10 Truck Series race. We still have Martinsville and Dover to go, and you know, as we look at the point standings here, while we've still got about 5 minutes yet to qualify, you know, Dustin Lee still sitting up there on top at 235 points. Scott Bailey's at 220 points. Mitchell Reeves at 219 points. Matt Clifton, who right now has the pole as they're still qualifying, at 214 points. And Damon Gilbert at 211 points. And you know, I saw last week with Doug Lemons not running at Bristow, Andrew, he dropped out of the top 5, and he's probably too far down the road now to make up any grounds, and I don't see him in the field tonight.
No, you're spot on there, JP. I don't see him in the field, and also I don't see Damon Gilbert in the field either tonight. So it's going to be interesting for what's going to happen to him.
Yeah, copy that. You know, Damon would have needed tonight to move up, you know, finish in the top 5 and maybe move up 8 or 10 or 12 or 15 points. And him not running tonight, obviously he's going to be stuck on 211. And is probably going to put some of those other guys in 6th and 7th and 8th and 9th spot an opportunity to move up. So it'll be very interesting after tonight where the All-Pro Truck Series stands.
I'm just not seeing any sort of non-qualifiers at the moment, and it appears we have one person so far, Michael Johnson in the 004. He hasn't set a lap yet. Well, I believe we have some pretty good news for tonight's race, don't we, JP? You want to cover with that?
Yeah, I understand from the board of directors at All Pro Racing that tonight, if you are just sporting an All Pro paint scheme, they're going to deposit $5 into your iRacing account, and the winner, if he's sporting an All Pro, is going to get another $10 to put into his account. So I guess these guys who are wearing the All Pro paint skins that we'll probably see here when we grid up, they've got a chance to win a little extra change tonight, not to mention what they're going to win for the race and also then for the point standing. So a little bit of extra money pitched in tonight, and maybe a good time to thank some of our sponsors. Skiers Marine, obviously, one of our sponsors, and Mitchell Mitchell Reaves with Skiers Marine. And who are some of our other sponsors tonight?
We got Michelangelo's Painting. They do some good work there. They're based out of Arizona, and I cannot highly recommend them thoroughly. I see their pictures that they got on Facebook. You could also look them up on Facebook of what they do before and after on their house paintings, as well as commercial industrial paintings. Also, not to mention Fast Lane Racing, as well as Arizona Painting. So there's a few of the lovely companies that come on board to make this thing happen for us, and also we do have to take our hats off to Michael D'Amico as well for everything, all the hard work he does behind the cameras.
Copy that. Kudos to Michael, one of the best in the business, and also just kudos to PAD, People Against Distracted Driving. They are now a mission partner here with All Pro Racing, and what a great marriage. A lot of these guys, you'll see some of them have the PAD logos on the back of the cars, and I know a couple of weeks ago, Mike Ellis in the broadcast had mentioned, a situation coming up, and the name was thrown out a couple of weeks ago of Justin Boston, amongst some others that are going to be in a special race that the date is still to be determined. But again, kudos to the All Pro Racing and the All Pro Racing Board of Directors with the affiliation with PAD, People Against Distracted Driving. A great marriage and a great partner to have on board.
Yeah, I do have to take my hat off to him. What you're saying there, JP. As much as what we're doing tonight here is fun, it's good that we've got a good seriousness behind it, and it's a good cause. And if we could just stop one person to be distracted while driving, that it's going to save a lot more people. So that's fantastic to hear from Pat.
And copy that. Well, Matt or Andrew, it looks like we've got about a minute and a half to qualifying, and we're still seeing Matt Clifton holding that number one spot, with Dustin and JT Martin and Jeffrey Smith, and Mitchell's fallen down a couple spots. But again, it still looks like an all-pro racing. Scott Bailey, the top 6-7 guys are all all-pro racers. So I think they must have Phoenix down to a T here.
Yeah, no, you're right there, JP. A lot of these guys were doing a lot of testing prior to this race. A lot of them knew how important it was. But I'm just going through some of the guys, their practice times to their qualifying times, and some of the guys have actually improved, whereas some guys have sort of plateaued and done sort of the same. Jeff Martin picked up another 2 tenths in qualifying from practice, so that puts him in P3. Jeffrey Smith, he picked up a 10th, so that, and as well as Mitchell Reaves as well, there was another 10th that he gained. Whereas you see like Jacob Nye in the 18, he went from a 27 flat to a 26.8, so that was 2 tenths he improved on, and that's just fantastic. I think a lot of the guys are working together with some of the other drivers in a team format to help one another get as much as they can out of these qualifying laps.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, and that's what makes this open qualifying so fun. You get a couple of your teammates together, you can work with 2, maybe even 3. And these guys are not scared to do some pushing around this mile-and-a-half track at all.
No, you're 100% correct there, JP. I think when you actually start looking down the order, you've got so Jacob Nye's in 6, and 7th you've got Scott Bailey, Bobby Stewart's there in 8, Jonas Hankins, he's in 9th, but you know that he's not going to stay there the whole night. You've got Everett D. Lane down in 12th, and you've got Donald King in 15th and Mike Ellis in 16th. I don't think they're going to hang around there for that long.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you on that for sure. And I did say mile-and-a-half. I did mean mile track, but I'm telling you, it's one of the quickest mile tracks around, about 10 to 12 degree banking. Coming that backstretch, you move up a little bit with 12-degree banking in the backstretch, and then it falls off to 10-degree bank coming into turn 3. It's almost like a roller coaster, they called it. So it's going to be, I think turn 3 is going to be a very critical turn tonight for these racers, and I hope we're not calling a lot of cautions. But it looks like we're ready to grid up here, Andrew. Let's get ready to call it.
Absolutely, can't fault any of that at all, JP. I think with the open dog leg, it's going to make it a bit more interesting for the race for the long term, being the fact that the guys can run all the way down to the wall if they wanted to, but you take that risk when you leave the track surface onto the little bump for the dog leg, so it's going to be fantastic. Just waiting for grid up now. It's not playing nicely with me. So at the moment, coming off the pole, we're going to have Matt Clifton. And in the 20 truck, beside him in the 51 will be Dustin Lee. Third tonight in the 19s, Jeff Martin. Fourth will be Jeffrey Smith in the 36. And rounding out the top five will be Mitchell Reaves in the 02.
And we're looking on the inside of row 3. We've got Jacob Nye in that 18 car. Came in with a 26.805, and right behind him, All-Pro's own Scott Bailey, car number 8. And we got Bobby Stewart, car 16. And then All-Pro's own Jonas Hankins, car 44. And then rounding out the top 10, looks like we've got Chris E. Pence in the 14 car.
In 11th, we've got the 22 of James Torrey. In 12th, we've got the Everett D. Lane in the 24, who was speaking about before. In 13th, Michael Updegraff in the 96. Pardon me about that, Michael. And 14th, we've got Trevor Collins in the 77. And in the 15th spot, 23 of Donald King.
I tell you what, these guys are looking forward to racing. I can tell it. We've already got some eager guys revving them up already. So I'm telling you, I'm looking forward to calling this with you, Andrew. Our first time together, but so far so good. Let's watch some serious fun and some serious racing for 90 laps.
Yeah, not only is there a lot of championship points on the line that these guys want to try and lock in this championship before we come down to the last race of the season, but also you got that money on the line. $10 to the winner and $5 if they're sporting the All-Pro logos on their car, which is going to be fantastic. I'm actually looking through the field to see how many trucks we've got out there sporting the All-Pro Racing logos, which is good to see. So the safety car's in. We have Dustin Lee and Matt Clifton lead us to the green flag. And we're green, green, green here in Phoenix. Dustin's working the outside to try and get that lead, and he's taking it away from Matt there in the 20. Matt's pushing hard on the bumper. He's just got on the inside of Dustin as they're coming into turn 4 now, onto the straight.
Looks like for the most part we got away pretty clean. I saw one car kind of collected, but I think he got back on the track and is down towards the end. I can't pick out that number.
Well, at the moment you've got the 51 and the 20 still battling away. And just on their heels is Jeffrey Smith and the 36. Also Jeff Martin is wanting to come in and make it a 4-way. There you just see right now Dustin Lee taking through the dog leg to try and get the more advantage into the 3. And he's about to get picked up there by Jeffrey Smith in the 36. We've got a bit of an overtaking behind us between Jonas Hankins. And it looks like that Scott Bailey got the wall out of 4. And they're 3 wide back there in 9th spot at the moment.
Yeah, and Scott is losing positions fast. Boy, he did. He caught the wall all by himself, it looks like, and he's working his way to the back of the pack. That is too bad, but I guarantee you, Andrew, you know he'll be working his way back up. It'll take some time, but he'll be back up there.
Absolutely. With 90 laps in this race, JP, it's the early stages are critical, but caution's out. It looks like it to be the 54 of Nick Reynolds.
Yeah, Nick's down here on the front stretch, and I don't know what happened there with him. Maybe we can get a pick and see, because the caution did look like it came out.
Well, it looked like it was almost for 2 cars. The 96 of Michael Updegraff, as well as Nick Reynolds, just coming out of 4, just getting a taily out of 4. And that's the thing, these guys are going to settle in with these nice new tyres, and before long the grip will start to wear away as their truck settles in. That's a shame. Although I'll tell you who would have been a relief to see that yellow, and that was a 006 of Verlis Falcons. He was about to be lapped by Matt Clifton there. So Verlis must have had a bit of an incident at the start of the race. He's got a bit of damage. Alright, so we're on the replay now. And as the 54 comes through, you can see he's taken into 3 nicely, into 4, and I believe he's just got on the gas a bit too early coming out of 4.
Yeah, he certainly did. He just missed his lifting point there, or his throttle point, and as you said, he just got a little squirrely and took it all by himself, which is unfortunate.
Well, JP, is there anyone you want to have a chat to in this early cautions laps?
Well, let's take a quick peek. I'll drag Matt Clifton down, just kind of see how he feels out there running out front.
Fantastic.
Hey Matt, JP3 up in the box. You know, you're sitting up there in the front. Just stayed in the front for the first few laps. What are you seeing up there? How's the car? How's the truck feeling tonight?
The truck's a little bit tight right now. We ever get a long green run and we had to pit, I'm going to try to free it up a little bit. I'm just kind of riding right now, trying to save it.
Copy that. Oh, you look super in qualifying, and you know you're running out front there. Got a long way to go. We only got about 5 laps into it with the caution, but hopefully we can stay caution free. It looks like the guys are running pretty clean, and that the last caution there was just caused by kind of a one-man show. So I mean, it looks like you guys are racing pretty clean up front, and hold your position. You're looking good, and good luck to you the rest of the race there, Matt.
All right, thank you.
Well, I mean, he's definitely got the truck to do it. It's just, as he said, his truck's getting a bit tight there, and let's see what's going to happen on these long runs. And that's all the important side of it too, JP, is these guys, when they set these fast lap times in qualifying, they go, you know, hell for leather during the practice, which is 50 minutes and 10 minutes of qualifying. They've also got to remember they need to dial in a truck that you can put 20, 30, 40 laps and have a comfortable and fast truck still, you know, and that's one of the hardest things about this sport.
Yeah, copy that. As I'm kind of looking through the grid versus where we're at in the race, looks like Judson Hankins started 19th. He's worked himself up to 8th place in the car 7, so that's a huge move there, 11 spots. And also kind of looking through the grid here, it looks like Everett D. Lane, he moved up about 3 spots. And for the most part, the biggest mover, though, is it looks like me backwards, is Jeffrey Smith in the car 36 spot. He started 4, and he's moved back to 18th spot. So Jeffrey's got some work to do to get himself back up into the mix.
Yeah, I caught the 36 on pit road when the caution came out, which so he's obviously ducked down to get some tyres. Another fast mover as well was the 17 of Mike Ellis. He was moving up there, but again, he stopped. Same with Donald King in the 23. I believe Verlis in the 006, starting out at 17th, is in 10th. I don't believe he stopped in that last caution or in the current caution at the moment. So, but yeah, Judson Hankins, the 7th, fantastic. Oh, we're back to green now. Let's go racing.
Yeah, it does look like they got off clean in through 1 and 2 and into the dog leg. Everybody's clean. Little 3 wide in the back. Uh-oh. Bet they got through it.
Well, Matt Clifton and Dustin Lee are going for it again into 3. Matt's got a bit of a lead now going into 4 as they all start to single out there. Jeff Martin is currently in 3rd. Dustin Lee looks for an inside, and he's pulled it up. Mitchell Reeves now is up to 4th, which is fantastic to see. Mind you, he started in 5th, but good to see the 0-2 up there.
Well, I'm telling you.
Behind Mitchell, you've got Jonas in the 44 battling with the 16 of Bobby Stewart. And just hanging on to that front pack is the 18 of Jacob Nye.
Boy, Mike Ellis in the car 17 is making a move. He's passing guys like they're standing still.
See, now that's an interesting point you just raised there. As much as Dustin's gone, he's actually gone for the lead right now, under 3. Mac, he just must have a good truck on the outside. It looks like they're going to have a drag race now. Out of 4 to the line. As they're coming down the main straight, you've got Dustin Lee and Mac Lifter side by side into turn 1. Giving a lot of room, which is fantastic to see. And Dustin's just pulling down the exit of turn 1. But we just had a spinner.
Yep, coming out of 2, and it looks like the caution's going to be coming out.
No, I believe he said that was Jacob Nye in the 18.
He certainly did. He saved it. They got it back onto the track. We'll probably get lapped here, but boy, good save there.
Yeah, his heart would have been in his mouth there. We've just had a Mac Lifter's back to 3rd. Jeff Martin in the 19 has moved to 2nd, and he's now trying to hunt down Dustin Lee. Oh, there was a close little bump and run there, or almost bump and run by the 20 of Mac Lifton into the Jeffrey Martin. As you were talking before with Mike Ellis, you know, everyone just thinks just because he's the commentator, he sort of is a bit of a, you know, a bit of a driver here and there. But I tell you what, he knows how to get the job done, whether it's super speedway, short track, whatnot. That 17, I'm going to be watching that like a hawk, as well as the 23 of Donald King. They both know how to wheel a truck around here. Looks like they're starting to fan out at the moment, JP, in the front here. Dustin Lee's pulling a nice lead there from the 19, followed by Mac Clifton. Mac Clifton looks to be having a bit of damage right now on the right rear of his truck.
Yeah, I think they are, Andrew. They're settling in a little bit. But I'm telling you, I'm seeing a madman out there right now. Justin Hankins, he is starting to make a move in the car 7. He's moving his way up again just a little bit. And he cuts that dog leg, and he's now come up under Mike Ellis, and he's going for James Torrey in the 22 car. So we've got one into the wall in the backstretch.
Oh, we just had two spin out in the wall on the main straight. That was unfortunately Judson Hankins.
Boy, we were just talking about him. He was making a move, and he put it into the wall. Let's see if we can catch a replay on that. It looked like he was coming out of 2, or coming out of 4. I'm sorry.
We also had a rollover. Sorry to cut you off there. Scott Bailey in the 08 just rolled over as well. Same thing as Jonas, just a little bit further up the track. So the guys are starting to get caught out with these tyres, only with a couple of laps on them. Now, what do you think's causing this? Do you think it's just the guys just getting on the gas too early, JP? What are your thoughts?
I think they're just trying to get on the throttle a little bit too quick, and especially these guys in the back of the pack, you know, and even behind Justin Hankins. We had another car. I'm trying to pick up the number there.
Well, we've got everyone heading down pit lane at the moment. Dustin, Jeff, Matt, everyone's going down pit lane. However, we had one. Jonas Hankins is actually staying out in the 44. He's going to be a pioneer on the tyres that have now done 19 laps. So it's going to be interesting to see where he slots in.
Yeah, I think that's what we were talking about, Andrew. These guys are probably just wanting to get back on the throttle too quick coming out of these turns. The 18 was the other car, Jacob Nye, coming out of turn 2 all by himself. Or turn 3, going into turn 3, and just spun it sideways. And I think these guys wanted to get going a little bit too quick after they're coming out of the turns, and they're getting a little squirrely. So maybe some tire changes and quick pits here are in order.
Yeah, I agree with you there. At the moment, we've got 2 guys who are going to stay out and not elect to get tyres, and that will be the 44 of Jonas Hankins and the 006 of Verlis Falcons. In 3rd, behind the safety guard, we're going to have Matt Clifton. I believe he stopped to get 2. And Bobby Stewart in the 16 also stopped, I believe, to get 2. So And Chris Pence in the 14 is now up there. Now, I'm not sure if he got 2 or 4 because Dustin Lee is behind him in 6th place, and Dustin got 4. So I'm guessing that Chris Pence either got 2 or he paid his crew guys really well this week and managed to get 4 at a quick turnaround time. So how about we get Dustin up in the booth and we see how he's going in this race so far.
All right, let me go grab Dustin.
Hey Dustin, it's Andrew Williams up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, man.
We're just sitting here and watching your race progress here at Phoenix. How is the truck going for you at the moment? Are you feeling comfortable?
Yeah, truck's pretty good. It's a little snug, but everybody seems to be complaining about the real loose, so I guess that's kind of a good thing here.
Now, in that pit stop, you were elected for 4 tires. You didn't want to chase the 2? You're very famous for chasing 2 tires.
Yeah, I figured the time wasn't right for it. Maybe a little bit later on in the race, I'll keep 4 tires on it now, and then when the time comes, I may slap on 2 there just to get in and out quick.
All right, well, I'll let you get back to it, and good luck.
10-4, thank you.
Well, there you have it. And like you said, sometimes that young man will roll the dice. But he elected this time to be a little safe. It's still early. I don't think we're done with the cautions, but in this cool weather, Andrew, may have a little bit to do with just how squirrely and how loose these sets are. The tires are probably just a little bit looser, and they're probably going to wear a little bit more. It's going to be very interesting to see as this lap goes on. If we can get 10 or 15 caution-free laps, it'll be interesting. But we're doubled up. We're looking ready to go green.
Yeah, I agree with you there. We're about to go. The safety car's in. Jonas Hankins is going to lead us to the green. Alongside him is Verlis. Both of the front 2 trucks did not take tyres. Let's see what happens here. Matt Clifton already gone on the inside of Verlis. Head down to turn 1. And, Jonas Hankins has just thrown it away. There's a big guy there, 4 wide, 3 wide going through the dogleg. And look who it is, the 51 on the inside. And he just got caught there at Verlis in the 006. Dustin has now dropped back a heap of positions.
What a save,
so Verlis is going to lead that race.
What a save there by Dustin.
Sorry?
What a save there by Dustin, though. He saved that before he came out of 4, and he'll get back up there, but that was quite a save there.
Oh, absolutely. I thought he was going for the inside wall. Now we've got a battle on into 3 between Matt Clifton and Mitchell Reaves.
Up there into the wall in 2 again, and 3 again.
There we go.
That's going to bring out the caution.
Oh, I'd have seen Jeffrey Smith got caught up in that, the 36. His truck's not looking good at the moment. The 36 at Jeffrey Smith, I'm just trying to see what happened there. He stayed on the outside for the dog leg. As they've come in, it looks like the 7. The 7 of Judson Hankins, who we were just speaking about before, looks to got into the side of the 22.
Yeah, Justin ran right up into James Torrey, put him up into the wall, and then we got a couple other cars got collected in it.
But I'll tell you, there's one truck that just got his nose clean out of all that, and that's the 51 of Dustin Lee. So he must be happy he didn't get caught up in that wreck. But
yeah, and there and again, I think they are just driving too hard out of these exits of the turns, and they're getting on the throttle too quick and going right up the track. And unfortunate, James Torrey looked like he was holding a pretty good line, the car 22, and excuse me, just went right up into him.
yeah, a few trucks were caught up in that one too, JP. I've also got the 96. 96
Michael
Updegraff. He hasn't been having a good night either. So it's a shame to see the 22 of James Torrey as well. I believe the 54 of Nick Reynolds may have escaped. with little damage. He just doored the 36 at the end there. But and if you actually get through and you watch the replay in the background, you just see the 51 virtually come to a dead stop, and that was Dustin Lee. He didn't want to get caught up in that. He wants to try and get back to the front, so that's a shame at the moment.
Yeah, copy that. Copy that.
But I think we learnt one thing from that restart too, JP, and that was you simply cannot roll the dice on old tyres when you come into these restarts. We lost, Jonas Hankins straight away going through turn 1, exited turn 2, he just looped it, and that's something you would never normally see from Jonas.
Yeah, copy that. I agree with you on that, and there's a little bit of aggressive driving. Not intentional. I think these guys are not intentionally trying to do it. It's just they're just being a little aggressive. I don't think the track is giving them any forgiveness tonight. The tires are totally coming into play here. This is something I have not seen on this track in my racing here. These guys are having a tough time, with the new build that came out a week ago Monday, and maybe the cool conditions that the cars are just loose.
It's one of those things too, JP, when you're playing around with these trucks on a track like this, being a 1 mile, not much high banking, you have to use a lot of your car braking and get the car sort of turning, using the old mechanical grip way, and sometimes you think the car's good and you can get on the gas early that lap, but the next lap you come around and you do the same thing, it just doesn't want to stick.
Copy that. Well, I tell you, some of these racers, and hopefully all of them, are going to figure it out. And again, we have mentioned on the last caution, if we can get about 10 or 15 green laps, maybe these trucks will settle in a little bit.
Yeah, I got to agree with you there, JP. Well, they're double filed up now, so it looks like we're going to come to the start. We've got Matt Clifton on the inside with Mitchell Reeves in the 02, who's now in second. Chris Pence in the 14 is going to start out of third, and out of 4 is Donald King. I got Verlis. Verlis is starting out of 5 in the 006. Bring it home, Verlis. Safety car's off. And we're green. It's a bit of a choke up there on the start. Matt Clifton has no problems at all taking the lead and trying to shoot away. They're going 3 wide through that dog leg, and all the drivers are giving a lot of room, which is good. Oh no! Verlis looks like came in a bit too hot there. He doored the 17, who doored the 24.
Yeah, Everett got into Mike Ellis just a little bit, but they're racing. They got through it.
Mitchell Reeves just ran a bit too wide coming out of 2. Just saying, the man on the move at the moment is the 14 of Chris Pence. He's looking for the inside on Matt Clifton on the exit of 4.
Boyan Verlis went up onto the wall and stuck it on the wall, but he again brought it off the wall. The 006.
We've got Chris Pence in the 14 now, alongside through the dogleg of Matt Clifton in the 20. They're hitting a 3 also. You've got Donald King doing an inside move on Mitchell Reeves, so it's all happening in front. There you go. Chris Pence, his hard work has paid off. He's just taken the lead and just going to lead that lap.
Right in the front stretch, the 77 car has gotten sideways all by himself again. That's Trevor
Collins in the 77. Unlucky there. Yeah, he's got some nice damage too on that right rear quarter.
Yep, coming into 3, I think he tried to get around the 22 car James Torrey, and again, maybe just got on the throttle a little too quickly and took it right up the track in the front stretch.
Yeah, it looks like Trevor Collins and the 22 of James Torrey in the Shell Pennzoil Silverado. We're battling hard, and yeah, I think you're right, he just got on the gas a bit too early. and put his GoPro Silverado into the catch fence on the inside. So I'm gonna be absolutely amazed if there's at least a handful of trucks here that don't have some sort of damage, JP. It looks like everyone's picking them up.
Well, we've got a group coming down pit lane. Mike Ellis is one of those. Probably about 6 or 8 cars trucks taking some pits right now. I'm pretty sure they're going to get some fresh tires.
Yeah, we've got Nick Reynolds, as you said, Mike Ellis, sorry, Trevor Collins, Michael Upgraf, and I did see Everett D. Lane also in the 24 grabbing some tires. So
yeah,
I think this is going to be a tire race. Getting off pit lane first here. So Mike must have only taken 2 tires, but he beat about 6 or 8 cars off of pit road. So good for announcer and all-pro favorite Mike Ellis. Yeah, when it comes to a race.
Why don't we try and bring Mike down here real quick?
Absolutely. When it comes to racing, Mike Ellis is a man who knows how to get it done, and when he gets it done fast too.
Hey, Mike Ellis, JP3 and Andrew in the box. I saw you just come out of the pit there. You had a great pit stop. You went in and you came out ahead of everybody. What was the strategy there?
Well, just 12 laps on tires there, and it's too early to be not pitting. Just letting some of these guys wreck out. I was the meat and the sandwich there for a bit.
Hey, while we have you, I'm very sorry to hear that your favorite Michael Waltrip got knocked out last week in the Dancing with the Stars. You know, his dance, I watched it, was a little spicy, maybe a little too spicy. In week 8, Michael Waltrip is no longer on Dancing with the Stars. I'm sorry for your loss there, Mike.
Yeah, it's a tough break for NASCAR Nation, but we're troopers. We'll be back. I'm thinking Dale Earnhardt Jr. should be next.
Copy that. You guys are doubling up. We miss you in the booth, but we're having fun calling the race and seeing you on the track. Good luck tonight, Mike.
Yeah, watch out for the Verlis Wildchild out there. He pulled a Ryan Newman there, but it didn't bring out a caution.
I did see the Verlis Ryan Newman style of driving there, Mike, and you and Everett D. Lane were on the receiving ends, unfortunately. But it's good to see that your truck's reasonably straight, and we're watching for you. You're putting on a good show, so thank you.
Yeah, 12 tires are better than 4, so have a good run.
All right, copy that. Thanks for the interview, Mike. Good luck to you.
Oh, it's a different feeling having him on the track there and us up here, isn't it, JP?
Yeah, copy that. He's so good with the quick calls, you know, and I tell you, he is a master at what he does. And again, I just want to say kudos to Michael D'Amico, doing a fabulous job with the cameras tonight. And this has been good. And Andrew, it's been fun to call it with you. But they're doubling up. Looks like we're getting ready to go again. That's
right. The safety cars duck back in the pits. We've got Chris Bentz in the 14 leading us away. We've got the green. Jeff Martin had a nice jump.
Mike Ellis shot the middle on the restart, and he moved up about 4 spots. Maybe we gave him some encouragement there.
Oh, he just knows how to get it done. That's one thing I love about Mike Ellis, driving that 17 tight rod. He just gets it done. Although he's talking about Verlis, the wild child in the 006 is skating on thin ice out of 3 and 4. But at the moment, still Chris Bentz in the 14. Followed by Matt Clifton in the 20. Jeff T. Martin in the 19. He's saying, come on, boys, let me get on. Mitchell Reeves currently holding down 4th with Donald King in the 23 and 5th. And the man who's just starting to make his way up ever so slowly is Dustin Lee, so he's recovered from that spin.
And Mike Ellis, he got a little loose coming out of 4, and it was, again, I think he early throttled it, and he had advanced about 9 positions, and now he has moved all the way to the back of the car 17.
That's hard luck for Mike Ellis there, but one car I think we're counting out is the 23 of Donald King. He's been winning races all week here in the iRacing leagues, and now he's here at All Pro with his trusty old Silverado truck. with the All Pro Racing logo on it, about to make a move to get 4th. So well done to Donald there. But I'll tell you what, Chris Spence at the moment in the 14 is pulling a nice lead, and we've got a caution.
Yeah, it looks like they're on the dog leg. Let's see if we can get a number.
I have a feeling it may have been the Wild Child. I'm trying to go back to see the accident. Oh. I think Verlis in the 006 has been hitting a lot of cars tonight. I've got numerous cars spinning out there. I got the 22 that Verlis got into, as well as the 54 of Nick Reynolds.
Yep, and it certainly is, and he's having a tough night. Maybe we should bring Verlis down here real quick and just pick his brain a little bit. What do you think?
Yeah, I think.
I'm gonna let you do this interview, Andrew. I'm gonna let you do this interview with Verlis here. Let me go drag him down here and see if we can get him on.
Me with the Wild Child by myself, but okay. Hey Verlis, it's Andrew Williams up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
That's good. So, how are you finding the race at the moment? I mean, I'm seeing your truck out there and all the cautions. You're normally staying out and not getting tyres. You're a bit low on money to be forwarding tyres for this race?
Oh, I got plenty of money. I can buy you and that whole TV crew up there. But that's beside the point. Anyhow, I'm saving my my quick fix for later in the race. The longer I can go, and then I figure if I get it fixed and new tires, then I can smoke them. I got up to the front once, so we'll see what happens. I'm a little crazy tonight, so they ought to watch out.
Well, it's very entertaining watching you too, Verlis. Verlis the Wild Child is definitely up there. You're currently in 3rd as you're about to go for this safety, for this restart. What's on your mind? What are you going to do? Just hold the inside line? You got to cut the dog leg? What are your thoughts?
Well, I'm just going to follow this blue truck around and try and keep the 44 on the outside, and let's see what happens.
Well, fantastic, Verlis, mate. Good luck to you, and I can't wait. Hopefully I get to have a chat to you in Victory Lane tonight.
Oh, we'll see.
All right, buddy. You take care.
Boy, Andrew, did you handle that like a professional? He says he's going to follow that blue car. That would be Jacob Nye, and what a character. We love our own Verlis Falcons, and he's got a damaged car. I know Michael had the cameras on him. He's got damage. He's using old school technology, and that's the foot and the brake probably, and he has put himself into 3rd place from 17th, and he's got his quick repair left. So I'm telling you what, no kidding. We know he's a hard racer, but let's look for him towards the end. We're getting doubled up and ready to go green.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Verlis always brings a smile to everyone's face, so I hope he's not making too many enemies out there, and if he does, I'm pretty sure they'll understand it's only Verlis, but we love him, and it's good to see him up there. So good luck to you, Verlis. As we're entering 3 into 4, we got a few stragglers coming onto the back of the field. Safety car is off. As Jacob Nye, we're green, Jacob line leads us to the line. Verlis, I think, got caught slipping on that one. He's allowed Jeff Martin to come through, and Verlis has just done a bump and run. Oh no, we're corrected the back. Gee whiz. Was that Matt Clifton? I think Matt Clifton also got on the gas pit too early and spun it. And involved? Oh, jeez, we've involved everyone in that one. Donald King, Nick Reynolds. Bobby Stewart, I think, may have been involved. One to have missed it was Mike Ellis and the 51 of Dustin Lee, so they're both clean-nosed at the moment.
Yeah, we got Nick Reynolds got collected. I think 24. Everett Lane got collected. The 28 car, I believe, got collected. James Torrey, the 22 car got collected. That might have been the big one. I'm sorry, Matt Clifton, the 20 car got collected. And
Yeah. Well, we've got. I've just seen some cars start heading down pit lane. Donald King's down there, tied with his pit lane.
you know, you almost got to think at this point in time, you know, we're about halfway through, that maybe these guys are going to take that quick repair. Now I'm looking at Nick Reynolds' car in the 54, and Nick doesn't even have a front fender so to speak of. He's coming into the pits.
Yeah, Nick's badly torn up. Michael Johnson, we haven't really spoken about him in the 004. He's just done his quick fix now, and his truck's all nice and new again. Scott Bailey in the 08's also down pit lane. Yeah, he must have already used his quick fix. He's sitting there for quite some time. Everett Delane's truck is still messed up a fair bit, and James Torrey. So there's a lot of trucks not looking too well. Nick Reynolds is leaving the pits now with a fair bit of damage. Scott Bailey's just left. They're trying to beat the safety car out, so it's definitely put a game changer on this one.
Well, you know, we've got 20 cars on the lead lap and only one guy so far, Jeffrey Smith, too. 36 is the only one that's taken it over the wall. So 20 cars trucks still on the lead lap with all these cautions and accidents. And here we are again, JP3 in the booth, and here's what we're doing. Caution after caution after caution. I hope I'm not jinxing these races, guys.
That's actually quite a shame to hear about Jeffrey Smith taking behind the wall. See, his truck was looking good at the start. Also, another one who's had a bit of a bad run is also Michael Updegraff in the 96. It's just a shame in the Quake Stake Silverado there. Matt Clifton as well. I mean, his truck's still damaged up in the All Bass Pro shop Silverado, and I hope you can get to the front, because he was very fast and he's always a top contender. But I think Donald King, his truck's looking good and squared. If he can just keep out of trouble now, he should be back there, because you've got to remember, I think he's going to be the one flying under the radar, JP. Donald King there in the 23. But they're double fold up, so let's go racing.
Yeah, let's see if we can get those 10 or 15 laps of green, just so we can call it and see what happens to these trucks after they get settled in.
Yeah, we're on lap 48, about to come to lap 49 on this green out of 90 laps. We've got Jacob 9, Jonas Hankins on the front row, Chris Spence and Dustin Lee in 3 and 4. Safety car is off. The 18 to lead us to the flag. We're green, we're green. That was a good start at the front. Look down the back, there was someone sleeping. Mike Ellis is now back up into 8, which is fantastic.
Oh, and we got it coming into turn 3 again.
I just saw that.
Looks like the 22 car, I think, maybe.
I just saw that at the corner of my eye. Yes, I think you're right.
No, actually, it was Donald King, the 23 car.
Oh, looks like Donald King coming back across after doing the dog leg, just got right into the front of the 24, Everett Lane.
Yep, came right up into him. That's a tough one.
You've always got to check your mirrors and hear your spot up when you go through that dog leg to find out who then was going to be on the outside. I mean, you can't really check your mirrors being Don King. And because he left the track service, it's his job to actually re-enter safely. So it's just a shame that 2 top drivers, and I believe Everett's taking it behind the wall now. So he's now out of the race, which is a shame.
Yeah, it certainly is, and this whole thing about the dog leg here is it's so tricky, and we talked about it at the beginning of the race, Andrew, just about, you know, that turn 3 is going to be dicey all night, and here we see it. You know, they're carrying a lot of speed when they cut that dog leg. They've got to get back up above the yellow, and if a guy's coming into 3 and he's coming low, that's accident waiting to happen, and it's just a very, very difficult turn to negotiate around this particular track, and we're seeing a lot of action right there at 3, coming out of 2 and going into 3.
Yeah, they opened up the dog leg, JP, to make it more exciting, and they virtually told the drivers, look, if you want to use it, it's there to be used, but remember, it is your job if you use it to ensure that you leave and enter back onto the circuit safely. And it's just, when you get these containment seats around the drivers, their vision is taken away, their left to right vision. So it's very hard to see what's going on. You've got to rely on your spotter, and if your spotter misses up just a little second, well, that's enough to put you behind the 8 ball. So that's a shame to see 2 top racers, both Donald King and Everett Delane, unfortunately ruin their race from there. I hope Donald King can I hope Donald King can come back from that. But while we're here, is there any truck skins you want to have a close look at while we're under our 5th caution or something like that, JP?
Well, you know, my favorite has always been Jonas, and he's got that paint scheme, and why don't we bring him down here and talk about his fish deals?
Yeah, fantastic. Jonas Hankins in the 44. Been around All Pro Racing from nearly day one. He's got a lovely paint job on his Silverado truck there, Hankins Freshwater Fish and Snails. So, yeah, when you're ready there, JP, let's talk to him.
Hey, Jonas, JP, and Andrew up in the box. We were just talking about your lovely fish for sale, and always love the paint job, and they're putting you right up at the front of the pack right now, it looks like.
Yes, sir. I'd like to thank sponsors all pro. I'm glad to be here. Yeah, just doing a little bit of pitch strategy, and hopefully it'll work out for me tonight.
Copy that. While you move from number 9 all the way up to the front, what's your strategy here? You know, maybe we have one more pit. Hopefully our field's starting to narrow. Five cars have taken it over the wall. You know, you've got roughly 37 laps to go. What do you think? Do you want to just stay out front?
Yeah, I just want to stay out on front, but we'll see what the pack does here in a little while. But yeah, we just filling it out tonight.
All right, Jonas, certainly appreciate your sponsorship. Good luck to you. I'll move you back up into the team.
Thanks, guys.
Well, that was Jonas Hankins, very relaxed about coming to the green, leading this field. The safety car is off. Jeff Munn in the 19s, right up his rear clock. Here we go, the green. Jonas Hankins going down to turn 1, ahead of Chris Bentz. Oh, your caution already. What happened there?
Got to be at the back of the field again.
I'm just watching. Oh, it's involved. Oh, you're kidding me. Donald King, unfortunately, is involved again. Nick Reynolds is involved again. And I don't want to say it, but the one who's probably getting the most hits tonight more than Elvis, the 96, Michael Updegraff, is also involved. I'm seeing sort of a domino effect from further up. The 7 of Judson Hankins appeared to not have reacted on the green, and everyone sort of started slowing up on the outside, and it looks like maybe Donald King has seen this and tried to go for an inside move, not realising how close he was to the 96 of Michael Updegraff, and they've made contact.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Don tried to split the middle there, and I think it just he realized once he made the decision and committed to split the middle, it might not have been the right decision because 3 cars got collected in that there.
So we started off here tonight with 20 trucks taking the green. At the moment, we're down to 17 trucks on the lead lap. But geez, so we've lost 3 altogether. But it's a lot of these trucks taking a significant amount of damage, plus using up their resets. They're going to have a long wait if they want to try and hold out and get their damage repaired.
Yeah, as you said, Everett D. Lane took it over the wall. James Troy took it over the wall, and we may be seeing Nick Reynolds taking it over the wall here. His car on 54 is really beat up.
Well, he wasn't here for our earlier practice session. He came in sort of late, but if there's one thing I know about Nick, and that is it's hard to keep a good man down. I do hope that he can try and sort of wrestle or bring back something to the later half of the race. We're on
Never mind, you picked.
Hey,
Wreckfest,
Nick Reynolds.
as some people call
Nick
it.
Reynolds, car 54, JP3 and Andrew up in the box. You have got 1 damaged unit there, but you're hanging in there. Are you going to take your reset? Have you already taken your reset?
Yeah, I can took my reset there, JP3. It's a tough race. I've been struggling since the get-go.
Well, the last 2 you've got collected in, obviously it looked like you were holding a super good line, and I think it just was a little aggression behind you. And last one there, we saw one of the other racers, the 23 car split the middle, and you ended up getting collected in it. So sorry for that, but I mean, you're hanging in there. The bass on the truck looked pretty damaged, but you know, hey, the fish can still swim, right?
Oh yeah, the fish can still swimming. It's pretty. The truck's still pretty good, and Matt's definitely quick. He's marred up back here in the back, so maybe me and Matt can get together and come up to the front and see what we can do.
Copy
Hey,
that.
Nick,
Go ahead,
sorry,
Andrew.
mate. It's just Andrew here, mate. Sorry, I'm just having a look at your truck now, and I'm thinking I understand what your race plan is. You're hoping that everyone else's truck gets banged up like yours, so you have a good shot, eh?
Yeah, that would be perfect, Andrew.
Mate, I'm sorry to see you like this, but there's one thing I know about you, and that is you don't give up that quickly. And I do hope that you can get away from the misfortunes that have been happening and actually give it a solid run tonight.
You know we will, Andrew. We'll keep fighting, bud.
Well, thanks for your time, Nick.
All right, good
Thank
luck to
you.
you, Nick. Good luck to you. Hang it in there, buddy.
Oh, we will. Thank you, guys.
There's another truck. I don't know. It's well. There's a bit of an action thing happening behind there. You got a lot of these trucks, like the 23 Donald King, the 54 of Nick Reynolds, and the 96 of Michael Updegraff. They're not giving up just yet. As the field starts going too wide for the restart.
Well, looks like Jonas has still got that #1 spot, and Chris is right there too. So I mean, nothing changed in 2 laps of green, or a lap and a half of green. So let's see if we can. Again, we've been saying it all night. Let's see if we can keep this thing green for, I don't know, let's say 10 laps maybe.
Yeah, we need halfway. We wanted a 20-lap run. Let's say 10 laps. But it's good to see that Dustin Lee's virtually all the way up there, so he's going to be coming out of 4th. Mike Ellis will be coming out of 6 in the 17. So it's anyone's race, but still keep your eye on that 14 as well. So I mean, you can't take it away at the moment. Safety car's in. Jonas Hankins taking us to the line. Green, green, green. Oh, someone just checked up there. I think that might have been the 006.
Mike Ellis bringing it up the middle here.
Wow, he just split them. Chris Pence, Dustin Lee falling back. Mike Ellis coming through in the 17. Jonas Hankins has a nice lead. Mike Ellis is having a look on the inside of Jeff Martin. Mitchell's already gone through. Mitch Reeves in the 02 moves up to 2nd. They're 3 wide back there. This is
Are
going.
they ever coming through the dog leg? They're going 4 wide in a couple spots.
It's like
Of course,
we're on our
there's
last
room,
lap at the moment.
It is starting to thin out. It looks like they're getting a little less single file. Maybe they're starting to communicate here a little bit. And we are single file 11, 12, 13, 14 cars deep. This is the first tonight, Andrew.
I think you might just get your wish that that you wanted to, JP, and that is to go a few runs here. Ellis right now is knocking on the door of 3rd place. Oh, no, there we go, out of 4 on the straight.
Oh, Bobby Stewart, the 16, and it looks like the 77 car. See if we can get a replay on that. Yeah, Trevor Collins and Bobby Stewart got into it coming out of 4, it looks like.
This just happens just all too quick. Here we were thinking we were going to have a good run.
Yeah, as you look at the 77, he gets into the wall and comes off the wall and gets into the 16, Bobby Stewart, and Bobby goes upside down, flips around, and they both, that's a lot of damage there. Doesn't look like anybody else got collected.
No, I don't believe anyone did. I did notice the 54 of Nick Reynolds made it through unscathed, so that was fantastic for him. But geez, yeah, it's not the first time I've seen the 16. The 16 get involved, Bobby Stewart get involved in other people's wrecks. Unfortunately, that number's just mustn't be a good one tonight. I'm not sure if he's used it yet.
Let me see if I can pull Bobby Stewart here actually in race control. Are you feeling okay? You went upside down.
Yeah, I'm feeling okay. I'm going to try to get my truck fixed here and best I can and see what we can do with them. But yeah, that was a pretty rough ride. Clearly got a fast truck, so hopefully we can still do something.
Yeah, well, Andrew and I were just talking up here in the box. That was about the first run where we saw about 12 or 13 cars finally settle in and go single file, and we thought we'd have some racing, and then it looks like the truck in front of you, Trevor, got up into the wall a little bit, came off the wall and got into you, and unfortunately you both got collected. So.
Yeah, 10-4. We'll see if we can get back in this thing.
All right, keep it up there. You're still running. Everybody's on the lead lap. Get your repairs done, Bobby, and good luck to you. We got about 32 laps yet, 33 laps to go. So good luck to you, and thanks for the interview.
10-4. Thank you, JP, and thank you, All Pro.
Well, there you have it, Bobby Stewart, Stewart Virtual Racing SVR, and obviously a pad supporter, and a heck of a good racer. And he's been right up there all night. And unfortunately, like you said earlier, Andrew, he's been collected in a couple, but there's been a few of them who've been collected in a couple. So.
Yeah, you're right there, JP. One thing I do like about it is a lot of these guys, you can hear it in their voice. You have the heartbreaking sound in their voice. However, they're not willing to give up. They know their truck's not 100%, but they're going to make sure they can bring that truck home and try and finish in the best position possible. And that's one thing I've got to take my hats off to them. There's so many people who, when the tough gets going, they just want to quit. But a lot of these guys, when the tough gets going, that's when it just turns interesting. That's when they want to actually have a crack. So I wish Bobby all the best with his run tonight in the 16, and hopefully he can bring it on home. But I was just actually looking for the field as they're starting to grid up in the two double lines at the moment, and that's the 51 of Dustin Lee. He's sitting back as well with the 17 of Mike Ellis. So you're going to be having these boys coming through, but I don't know. Do you think they're going to have anything for Jonas Hankins? He's been leading a few laps now.
Well, Jonas did run about 8. What would you do? About 4 laps there. Pretty good. I know that Bobby Stewart and Trevor and Scott Bailey all went in. I know I saw them take tires. I don't know how much of their repairs they took. Bobby looks like he may have just sat in the pit and not taken a full repair, but got some repair. So I don't know. We're about ready to get back to green.
Here we go. The safety car's in. Jonas is leading us to the line with Mitchell. Reeves on the outside. Green. Mitchell got the jump. McKenny holding into turn 1. They come into turn 1. Mitchell on the outside, and it looks easy. He's just driven away. They're going through the dog leg. Oh no, Mitchell got a bit squirrely. Jeff Martin saying, let me out it. 4 wide back there with Chris Pence on the inside of Dustin Lee. Mike Ellis is now moving up into 8th.
Yeah, Dustin's making his move to 51. Oh, and he gets clipped just a little bit by Burles. Burles goes into the wall. But
it looked like the 14 may have checked up ever so slightly, and that just allowed Dustin to check up, and Burles wasn't seeing what was going on. It's hard to see sometimes when you're on the other side of the track with these trucks.
Yeah, and Dustin is making a move. He's starting to come up on that lead pack there, and in a hurry.
Well, at the moment you've got Mitchell Reeves leading the 0-2. Jonas Hankins is doing Hankins is doing a great job in second. He's got Jeff Martin. Oh, we've got a caution again.
Looks like Burles got collected in it again. I heard him in the sim. Yeah, it looks like Burles and maybe Bobby Stewart, the 16 car, got caught up.
I think someone caught onto the wild child in that one.
Yeah, it looks like the 77 car actually all by himself got a little loose. And if we look at that replay, it's the 77 in Trevor Collins, Bobby Stewart, and Burles coming out of turn 2 there before we go into the dog leg.
Oh, so Burles got hit not once from behind, but then drilled the side door as well, the 77. These trucks started this race, JP, as full-size trucks. Now they're starting to become, 5/8 size. They're getting small.
Little sandwiches almost.
Yeah.
Boy. And we got a note from our producer there that he is working his fanny off again. Kudos to Michael D'Amico behind the cams tonight. He is all over this track and doing a fabulous job. So hats off. Well, Andrew, while we're under caution, why don't we talk about NASCAR Nation here and the chase with 4 remaining left. Who are your favorites between Newman and Hamlin and Harvick and Logano?
Well, I don't like starting controversy, but I guess I'm going to start getting some hate mail, but I have to look at Harvick. I think he's done a cracker season this year with Stewart Haas Racing. He was my original pick, but out of the top 4 I'd like to see him win. I think he's very deserving, as well as Ryan Newman. After what happened last weekend at Phoenix, a lot of people are hating on him. I just think what he did was what he did, and he had to do it. And no one can be, asking for anything wrong about that. I think going into Homestead, you've got to look at some of the facts that are rolling into it, like previous runs and so forth. I think Hamlin's going to be a very strong contender there. But yeah, my money's definitely not going to be with the 22. What about your thoughts, JP?
Well, I still say in my mind, Denny Hamlin is one of the most sneakiest, best drivers, and his record speaks for himself. He had 7 top 5s, but then You look at Harvick, 13 top fives. And Joey Logano, 16 top fives this year. So those guys are always right up there, close to the mix at the end. I don't know. I'm saying it's a toss-up. I loved what Harvick did. I loved what Hamlin did. It's anybody's game. Here's what I think is going to happen, though. I don't think we're going to see a lot of drama at the end of this thing. It's going to be some fantastic racing. You've got 4 gentlemen up there. It's going to be a fabulous weekend at Homestead. I can hardly wait. I'll be glued to the tube.
Yeah, I think you actually raised some pretty good points there, JP, and that is, as much as Hamlin is the only one out of those 4 to actually win a race there at Homestead, I don't know if one of the top 4 will win the race at Homestead. I do believe your top 5s, which you just started speaking about, will be the winner of Homestead out of the chase. So, yeah, bring it on. I'm just, it sucks that my driver's out, but I'm actually looking forward to a good race.
Yeah, copy that. What an amazing year it has been for NASCAR. Just an amazing year, and I think the level of spectatorship, sponsorship, it's going to be exciting 2015 to see which teams make moves, new drivers, new teams, you name it. But here we are. Looks like we're doubling up and getting ready to go green here.
Well, we've gone green, green, green. Mitchell Reeves, followed by Jonas Hankins as 1 and 2. We've got Jacob Nye in the 18, now moving up to 3rd. Jeff Martin has fallen back to 4th. But I see the 20. Oh, Mike Ellis.
Oh, and Mike Ellis loose out of 4. You think he saved it?
That's going to kill him. We've now completed 76 laps of this 90-lap race. And they're all battling for position back there. Donald King tried to go the outside on Nick Reynolds and ended up in the wall. They're 3 wide into 3, but Matt Clifton couldn't hold it. The 14 and the 51 bump. But Mitchell Reeves done to pull it nicely. And I tell you what, Jonas Hankins hasn't got tyres for quite some time now. He's just settled in nicely into 2nd. $14 laps to go of this race, and we've just got another caution.
Oh boy.
Is this a new record? I don't know what's going on here, JP. What did they put in the water tonight?
I am not sure if it's that cool breeze coming off of the mountains or not, but we've had 11 cautions tonight.
11 cautions. Wow.
I don't know if it's the cool air coming off of the Estrella mountain range or what, but I'm telling you, there is definitely something happening here tonight that is just, we haven't seen this in a long time.
How about we have a chat with Jeff Martin? I mean, he's been hanging back there. What is he in now? 4th at the moment. He's been having a pretty good run tonight. Let's drag Jeff. Oh, actually, I'll go to Jeff myself.
I got him here on box.
He catching up to me. All right, hey Jeff, it's Andrew who's up in the booth. You got a copy? Well,
Go ahead.
all right, we got you. Sorry, there's a bit of a technical difficulties. Okay, so at the start of the race, you qualified 3rd. You're currently in 4th. You've been up and down like a yo-yo, but you haven't been to that top step. What do you think you can do with these remaining laps?
Well, I just got to get around Jonas and Mitchell. Every time I get a run on them, they come back down a little bit, and I have to let up real hard. It's just not working that way. I'm going to have to figure something else.
So with 11, what are we going? We're going to 10 laps. So you reckon you got a truck that can act like a short truck and just do a short run?
Yeah, I can. I'm just trying to make sure I don't wreck nobody else at the same time.
What do you think have been causing all these cautions? I mean, how are the trucks handling? Is the weather causing it? Is the tires?
No, it seems all good. It's just people overdriving the turns and trying to get right up on somebody when the other person's braking. They don't know when they're going to brake, and then it just spins everybody out.
Well, best of luck to you, Jeff. I hope you can gather up that bent and twisted truck you got there and make it up to that top step, my friend.
Oh, I appreciate it. We're gonna try hard, get up there, try to get up there in a huge way.
In a huge way. That's one thing I got to tell the audience tonight, ladies and gentlemen who are watching. If there's one thing huge, it's Jeff and his Georgia truck he's got going on. But yeah, all the best, Jeff. I'll let you get back to it, and we'll talk soon.
Hey, good luck to you, JT. We'll see you here. Let's see you run these last 9 hard.
Well, I think then we have some technical problems there at the moment, but maybe it's because all the caution's been running tonight. So we're just going to count down the top 10 at the moment as we're going to be heading into pretty much a shootout. Let's hope these guys can do it. It'll probably be an 8-lap shootout, or they're starting to form up now. So we've got the 02, Mitchell Reaves in first position, Jonas Hankins in the 44, followed by Jacob Nye in the 18, JT or Jeff Martin in the 19 who we just spoke with.
And Chris Pence in 5th, the 1420s. Matt Clifton, Dustin Lee, been hanging around all night, 51. Michael Johnson has been hanging around in the back of the pack, and he's moved up to 8. Judson Hankins and Nick Reynolds filling out the top 10, and then right outside the top 10 is our own Mike Ellis. So here we go, guys. We're doubling up. Andrew, let's call it. Let's see if we can get 8 laps here clean.
I'm just going through the trucks just quickly, and I have to admit the cleanest one at the moment, if you're going by damage, is the 004 of Michael Johnson. So fingers crossed it stays that way, and who knows, he might have the truck for the win. As we come out of turn 4, the safety car is off. Mitchell Reaves will lead us to the green. Green, we're racing here at Phoenix. Jonas Hankins giving him a good run down into turn 1. Mitchell Reaves holds the inside line. Jacob Nye comes through as well, dropping Jonas back to 3rd, now back to 4th. Chris Pence is giving a run on Jacob. The 14 and the 18, side by side out of 4. Bit of a touch there.
Oh, but a smooth move to the outside there by JT. I mean, he's working that outside lane.
Yeah, but that wall just gets... Oh, there you go. JT
oh, and he got turned.
Came out of the wall and got into Mike Ellis. Fingers crossed. Oh, well. Yeah, that's unlucky for Jeff there in the wall. We just spoke with him. He was having a bit of a troubled night. He just wanted to get a few good laps under him, and unfortunately it's not going to be the case now.
Get a replay on that. Yeah, we were just talking to him, as you said, and it looks like coming out of 2, he just took it right into the wall.
Just bounced off that wall, and unfortunately, once you try and get off those walls, they just slingshot you into the infield. And the 17 of Mike Ellis just happened to be there, so thankfully Mike was able to hold on. Mike's currently in 7th. He started 16th, so that's a very good effort for Mike Ellis at the moment.
Boy, Andrews, you know, when you get touched into the wall like that, it doesn't matter if you go into that wall hard or soft. That initial reaction is to pull that car right back down to the left, and you just, it's so hard not to do it. And JT's a heck of a good driver, and I think he may have just overcorrected just enough, and it came right back down the track and clipped Mike Ellis just a little bit. But boy, what a tough break. He was using that outside line to get a good run, and I think he just went just a little bit too high, obviously, and got collected into the wall.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Not once would I thought there was any intentions there. It's just exactly what you said. As soon as you see that wall, it's just instinct. Just get your car off the wall. And he may have turned too hard, which caused him to just come straight down to the 17, but it's heartbreaking. But we're still going to have, what have we got? It's 5 laps, but I don't think we can get 4 laps. Might get a 3-lap or a 2-lap shootout here.
Let me bring Mitchell down here. He's going to be our pole guy with probably 4 laps to go. I want to hear his strategy.
I think the strategy is just going to be in front before that next caution. But
hey, Mitchell, JP3 and Andrew up here in the box. You've been right around the top all night. Here you are with probably about 4 to go when we're going to take this green, maybe 5 to go. What are you thinking? Keep out front. What do you got to think to do it to win this thing?
James, I don't know, but it's been a crazy race. Man, this is if I'm in my position to get my first All-Pro truck win. I've got a lot of taken away from me, and I really don't want to get this one. 14's got a heck of a truck though. It's going to be hard to fight him off in the Skiers Marine Chevrolet. I'd like to also give a big shout out to John Hedrick with Loose Lug Nuts League. He really helped with the paint scheme.
Copy that. Certainly appreciate Skiers Marine and you. You've been running good all night. This has been a really tough one. A lot of guys getting on the brakes a little early, trying to get back on that accelerator coming out of the turns. That dog leg has been nasty all night long, but you've seemed to stay away from the big one, Mitchell.
Yeah, James, I've gotten really lucky tonight. This has been a heck of a race. I was not expecting to be up here, but 14 to me, it's gonna be a shootout to the end here with about 2 to go coming here. But we'll just have to tune in and see what happens.
All right, good. We hope to have you up here in the booth after the race, and good luck to you here with about maybe 3 or 4 to go, buddy.
10-4.
Well, there you have it. I mean, he's been staying in there all night. He stayed away from the big one, like you said, and I think Mitchell may have what it has. I've watched him out front run. He's gone door to door with Doug Lemons, who's not here tonight. And if I'm going to call a favorite right now, Andrew, it's going to be Mitchell Reaves in the 02 car.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, exactly what he said. He races with the best of them, and he's just got a very good style. However, unfortunately, I'm going to have to go against you because I don't know what it is, but that black 14 there of Chris Pence, there's just something about it. We're green. Mitchell Reaves leads them down to turn 1. Oh, and there it goes. The 14 tries to hold his line and comes down in front of the 44 and just turns himself across the nose. And that's going to be the race.
That is indeed.
You're kidding me. It just happened like I just...
Didn't even get to turn 1.
I saw the 14 sort of trying to, once Mitchell got the jump, he tried to sort of come down and cover Mitchell and get right on the draft of Mitchell, but he just, Jonas was there and he just turned straight across the front of Jonas's nose. There was nothing that Jonas could have done. It wasn't really his fault. And unfortunately, that put Jonas back as well. That's not how we wanted to end this race here at All Pro Racing tonight at Phoenix. It's just been one of those races, unfortunately, where things just don't seem to go anyone's way. However, with that being said and done, and they're coming around to catch the pace car.
Well, why don't I bring Mitchell down here, Andrew, and you can give him the winning interview. I don't think he's going to crash with 2 laps to go. How about if we bring Mitchell down here, tonight's winner here at
They
Phoenix.
should be receiving the white. Well, that's the thing. I was just saying, like, the amazing part about it. But absolutely, let's get him down here. Mitchell Reaves in the 02. Andrew Williams in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do, my favorite Aussie.
Mate, well done on capturing your first All-Pro win. And what a way to do it.
Oh yeah, it's been a crazy race. I didn't want to win it this way, but you know, I've been in All-Pro for about 4 months, and I've always wondered how it'd feel to win it, and man, it feels awesome.
Well, I mean, the race, it was a 9-lap race here at Phoenix, but unfortunately the track, the conditions, don't know what it was, it just ended up being sort of a wreckfest, as people want to call it. But the thing was, someone had to be at the front when that checkers drop, and you are there. So as much as you say you don't want to win on these sort of circumstances, mate, hats off to you, because it was sort of a survivor race tonight, as well as having a fast track to ensure you're in front of everyone else by the time the next caution comes out. Mate, anyone you want to thank? You're going to tear down the houses doing some donuts. What do you want to say?
Oh man, I got a lot of people to thank for this one. First off, let's see, Skiers Marine for sponsoring me, All Pro Racing for hosting all these races. Big shout out to John Hedrick. This paint scheme's gonna look great in Victory Lane, buddy. And to you guys in the booth, did a heck of a job. Just All Pro, Michael D'Amico, everybody here. Just thanks for everything y'all done.
Yeah, I copy that. Mitch JP3 again. Say with your number 1 position finish tonight and Dustin finishing 4th, you are going to move up. I'm not sure how it'll all shake out, but you may move into that number 2 slot with 2 races left to go at Martinsville and Dover.
Yeah, James, this was something I really needed after Bristol and Atlanta. It's been crazy, but we're back in this. We're only about 11 points out. We got 2 races, and I feel like I got all the momentum in the world right now going into these last 2 races. It's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, copy that. Hey, can you stick around with us in the booth for just a little bit?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Well, I just want to say again, congratulations there, Mitchell. Qualified 5th, but you know what? It doesn't mean you have to have the fastest truck to win the race in the qualifying, and you brought it home. So you tear down that house, mate. Well done.
Here's a good spot.
Thank you.
Hey, Matt, JP3 up here with Mitchell and with Andrew in the box. You came through in 4th place tonight. Give us a little shout. Tell us about it.
It was wild. I think I ended up 3rd. I believe that's where we are, 3rd.
Yep, copy that.
I was hoping we could have went green right there. I think I had something for Mitchell.
Yeah, go ahead. We still got you on box, Matt.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good win, Mitch. I got to give him a shout out. He hooked me up with this awesome paint job for tonight, and I like it. Like I said again, I wish this thing would have went green. It could have been a little bit better, but we'll take 3rd. Thanks to all the guys there for putting all this up.
I'd also like to say, too, for everyone watching, Matt Clifton does look like Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Chad McCumbee. Just wanted to throw that out there, too.
Yeah,
well,
hey, guys, I'm in disguise.
Matt, it's mate. You put it on pole. You had a fast track all night. It's just a shame, but in saying that, well done on getting the top 3. The way the race was turning out, it was a bit of a survivor mode, and your truck was bent up and battered and all the rest. So who knows? You know, even though you said it was good that I wasn't racing tonight, your truck still ends up like it went a few rounds with me. So well done on your 3rd place.
Yeah, I'll take 3rd, man. I didn't think we were going to get back up here after we pitted and got caught up in the wrecks and stuff. I'll take it.
Hey, we brought Jacob in here right in the mix with you 2 guys. And Jacob, a good 2nd place finish there, right in between Mitchell and Matt. And tell us a little bit about those last couple laps there. Not the ones on pace, but the one coming up to that final run and then that first turn in the final lap.
Oh yeah, definitely. It was a hard-fought race when it was green. As you could guys see, like early in the restarts, I had a great car in the bottom line, so I was able to get on the gas and get 3-4 positions through turn 1 and 2 before anyone else could get their restart salvaged. And by then a caution would come out and I could gain my track position. And you know, I got to give credit where credit's due to my fast lane teammate there, Mitchell Reaves, representing us very well tonight in All Pro. You know, he drove a hell of a race. I just tried salvaging, like I said. Unfortunately, I got in the way of a couple guys there earlier, and you know, did some things that necessarily aren't common for me. But all in all, great night tonight for the National Ticket Chevy here at Phoenix. I love this track, and All Pro puts on a heck of a series here, and it was fun to race with them tonight.
Sounds good. Certainly appreciate it. Well, hey, number 1, 2, 3, Mitchell, Jacob, and Matt. Fantastic guys, all pro, and in the 4th spot, Dustin Lee. Finishing 5th is Jonas. Nick Reynolds. Andrew, Nick Reynolds, with all his baggage that he was carrying in all those accidents, he ends up coming home in 6th spot. What a fabulous finish there. And then our all-pro own announcer, taking a night away from the booth, Mike Ellis in car 17.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the race was a very hard one. Hats off to you, Jacob, the 18. I was watching you throughout the course of the night, and you definitely did have something there, and well done on getting 2nd. I believe most of it, well, it could have been anyone's race had the race gone longer, because a lot of the trucks, a lot of the drivers are all even, but well done to the top 3. And yeah, Mike Ellis jumping back in the seat to have another run, getting the 7th spot, so that was fantastic, as well as Donald King finishing off in 8th. So yeah, well done, guys. Hats off to you all.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Well, Andrew, that'll do it from Phoenix. Why don't you send us home? It was a pleasure working with you tonight. First time in the box together. I thoroughly enjoyed it, working side by side with you and looking forward to it again, but I'll let you take us home for the night.
Thank you very much for that, JP. Again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time tonight while All Pro Racing raced here at Phoenix International Raceway with our winners, Mitchell Reeves, Jacob Knight, and Matt Clifton. On behalf of myself and everyone here at All Pro Racing, I'd like to say thank you very much for tuning in, and have a great night. Take care. See you soon, JP.
Copy that.